Hello everyone, I'm Lego Technic, and today I want to show you this little thing. It is the front axle of Zastava Yugo. Now I decided to do a collab for this model where I would make the chassis, and Technic RC Garage, you might have heard of him before. He would make the bodywork because I'm terrible at building bodyworks. I have actually attempted to make zastava Yugo chassis before with front wheel drive, but it didn't work, so it ended up being rear wheel drive, and then the whole project went nowhere because at the time I was doing the whole thing myself and I couldn't get the bodywork right. Anyways, the goal for this model is to have suspension, independent suspension on all wheels, and front wheel drive. And that is quite difficult to achieve. Here you can see that these hubs are 5 studs wide, which is almost as wide as the wheels, but not quite, so it can roll smoothly. And this whole thing is very risky, so we'll see where it goes. Well, as you can see, I have now made a little frame for the front axle. Now I have a bit of a challenge because you can see here there is not that much space here, so I imagine it will be quite difficult to install the steering while also keeping an engine here. So that's something I gotta think about. I don't know if I'll be able to fit the engine, but we'll see. Wish me luck. Okay, so for now the chassis is done, and we have the steering. The chassis is not done, but the shell is done. Sorry for the mistake. We have the steering, which requires a surprising amount of force to operate because of the friction pins, the line ones right here. And I have also added a rear suspension, which operates on these shock absorbers, and the front one operates on rubber bands. You can see them right here. So, full independent suspension. The rear suspension is too hard, the front suspension is just right now, but will later probably be too soft, and I don't know what to do about it. Yes, so uh, I also came to the realization that there is absolutely no chance that I'm able to incorporate an engine in the front. There is no way, because then the steering will get in the way, or the suspension, or the frame would get in the way, so I will most likely put a motor and make it RC. So that's how it's going so far. Well, after some behind the camera adjustments after the time lapse, here is the motorized and moving chassis. Now, you might have seen in the time lapse I used a powered up medium motor. I tested it and it did not have enough torque to work. I thought I would just add gearing and that would be the end of that. So I didn't want to film a time lapse. However, it ended up being quite complicated to fix, and it resulted in having more gearing and even more gearing and a different motor, and also removing the reinforcement that I had set up for the rear so that the motor would fit. Now the chassis is ready and it drives just fine, only a bit slow, although if we are building a Yugo here that would not be too unrealistic. The Yugo was famously slow and famously unreliable, so even if this model ends up being not heavy duty or pretty slow, it wouldn't be unrealistic. So that would be it in terms of the chassis, and uh, in 3 or 5 weeks or so, Technic RC Garage will try to make a bodywork for this. So wish him luck. Bye. I usually don't ask people to subscribe for the channel because I think it sometimes can be pretty annoying, but seeing how the channel has not performed very good in the recent times, please, if you enjoyed this video, you can click like and subscribe so you don't miss my videos when they come out. And with that, the video is over. Bye.